E.N.D here. It's the time of the year. Happy Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. We can say that 2022 is over. Time flies. 2022. What a year for Magic the Gathering. Surely not a boring one with all that happened. But what were the top 5 events that, in my humble opinion, have heavily impacted and shaped our beloved game? As per my previous end of Magic Year review, I will analyze and discuss, starting from the 5th position, what happened this year 2022 that have heavily impacted Magic, being positively or negatively. Let's start. In 5th position, the return to Kamigawa with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It took Wizards of the Coast nearly 20 years to finally give us a return to Kamigawa. 20 years of waiting, teasing and hope. At least the wait was worth it, because what a set Wizards gave us. Out of the 4 standard sets released in 2022, without any doubt, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is the best. You have 5 new legendary lands, 5 new legendary spirit dragons, the Wandering Emperor. No one swings when opponent has 4 lands untapped and 2 produce white mana. Jingi Texas and his completion of Tamiyo, the first completed Planeswalker. Anime style alternative artwork, and last but not least, the Neon Ink foil Hidetsuko. The red one is so rare that's still going for $2,000 or more. All these are signs of a very strong and well designed set. In 4th position, the record-breaking number of Secret Lair released, 71 excluding the 30th anniversary edition. 2022 saw a record-breaking number of Secret Lair released, starting with the Astrology Lens and ending with the December Super Drop, totaling 71 drops. That's an average of 1 every 5 days. Honestly, I'm a big fan of these products, but with this exaggerated amount of drops released, these products are getting less and less attractive to players, collectors and investors. No doubt that the cards are gorgeous and unique, but to buy all these drops released in 2022, you needed approximately $2,500 to €2,800 for the non-foil version, and about $3,000 and €3,500 for the foil version. I think that's quite an amount of our hard-earned cash. Also, with this high frequency of drops released, value of cards on the secondary market is going down, making these drops less worth it than ever. In 3rd position, the special ultra rare cards. Neon Ink foils, textured foils, galaxy foils, legends and serialized cards. To make sets more attractive, especially when you are raising the price of sealed boxes to a level that very few will start to afford, Wizards of the Coast have engineered what I'm calling the ultra rare cards. The first one was the Neon Ink foil Hidetsuko. The red version is so difficult to pull and so rare that on the secondary market it has a value of $2,000 or more. Then Double Masters gave us textured foil cards. These cards have a special textured foil layer and available only on 5 cards. The original 3 Eldrazi Titans, Emrakul, Ulamog and Kozilek, Liliana the Last Hope, and Vren and 6. Value varies between $100 and $250. Unsets are not so popular, especially when you release one every year. Therefore, you need some chase cards. Galaxy foil Shocklands, valued at around $100. When you mysteriously find 80 legend booster boxes, what do? Crack them and insert them in booster packs. The original legends were inserted in Dominion United Collector booster boxes, valued between $1 and $4,000 depending on the hit. And last, the serialized retro artifact cards, inserted in the Brothers War Collector booster boxes, valued between $300 and $1,500 depending on the number and the rarity. In 2nd position, 30th Anniversary Edition, the product that had to mark an important milestone, 30 years of Magic. And what Wizards of the Coast do? They launch a product that first and foremost is not a Magic product. These cards are non-tournament legal and they have a different back, as the community dubbed them Proxies. So, for the 30th anniversary of your product, Wizards of the Coast launched a set of Proxies with the original beta experience, including the Power 9, a tricky way to reprint reserve risk cards. Price $1,000, excluding tax, for a small box of 4 packs of 15 cards each. Probability of hitting a Black Lotus, less than 1%. How low can you go? And don't forget that 30th anniversary edition was the straw that broke the camel's back, meaning that Bank of America downgraded Hasbro for killing their golden goose, that is Magic the Gathering. And if 30th anniversary edition is not in the first position, then which event in 2022 have heavily impacted Magic the Gathering? And in first position, let's do a drum roll. The stupid and dumb comments of Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast executives. First stupid comment. Chris Cox, customers are becoming more price sensitive. After a weaker than expected third quarter results, Hasbro CEO, Chief Executive Officer Chris Cox, had to find an excuse, and he came up with this dumb comment. The average consumer became increasingly price sensitive as the year has progressed, impacting point of sales trend. Dear Mr. Cox, what did you expect when you increase the price of your products by 20-25% when everyone is trying to cope with essentials going up in price? When disposable income decreases, the first thing that consumers stop spending money on is their hobbies. Second dumb comment, because we have more. Blake Rasmussen, not all products are for everyone. During one of his weekly MTG stream, after the announcement of 30th anniversary edition and the downgrade of Bank of America of Hasbro, Blake Rasmussen, head of communication at Wizards of the Coast, was being bombarded with questions regarding the future of Magic and the amount of products released. And what was Blake's comment?
So my advice is to engage with the parts of Magic that you find fun and that you want to engage with, and not that you feel you must engage with.
Yes, that was his comment. Not all products are for everyone. And don't worry, Mr. Rasmussen, the community got your advice, and that's why you only sold 2,000 boxes of 30th anniversary edition. Last but not least, a comment that in my opinion, it's so stupid that is impossible. It's coming from someone that works at Wizards of the Coast. Cynthia Williams. There is no evidence that Magic is overprinted. It was the aftermath of 30th anniversary edition fiasco, and Hasbro and Wizards top executives needed to find more excuses to cover their ass. And what Madame Cynthia Williams, president of Wizards of the Coast, said, they don't have any evidence that Magic is overprinted. Madame Williams, let me tell you something. In 2022, Wizards of the Coast, your company, released 10 full sets, 6 of them reprints, and massive amounts of Commander sets, including Warhammer 40k, 70 secret Lair drops, 30th anniversary countdown, and 30th anniversary edition, which is a reprint rip-off attempt of the reserve list. We saw cards like Liliana of the Veil, just to mention only one, dropping from $70-80 to $30. And you are saying that Magic is not overprinted. Come on, grow up and be more responsible for your actions. So, these were, in my opinion, what impacted heavily our beloved game in 2022. Honestly, let's hope for a better Magic 2023. Leave me a comment below which event you think heavily impacted Magic this year, 2022. And as always, subscribe button is here. Subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible way.